What's up guys, my name's Tom, welcome back to another video, back to my F2 2019 career mode as Mahaveer Raghunathan. Today is round 5 and that is the French Grand Prix. In this race, it was where Mahaveer got, I believe, a lot of penalties, which resulted in a race ban in the next round in Austria. But I'm gonna tell you that we're going to race at Austria, obviously, but we're going to focus on the French Grand Prix. Make sure to smash like and subscribe and if new to see plenty more Formula 1 content. Really motivates me to make more and F2 content as well. And here we are on practice, just doing our things, get a little warm up, I should say, before qualifying. And yeah, try to see how these hard tires handle around this track. In terms of the track itself, I'm not a fan of Paul Ricard. It offers some good racing generally, and yeah, but I don't like the track. I don't know, but we already practicing for the race, as you can see, because we're chasing down Tatiana Calderon. We're going to stick in a slipstream, trying to find to see the weaknesses of the AI slipstream. It has the DRS. This is practice, but I don't know why I'm showing this. It was a little race between me and Calderon, and we're going to sail past around the outside. But yeah, it was an okay. The pace has been really good. It was an okay practice session. At the end of the day, we are in P2, I believe, and ahead of us is Nick de Vries. So we 1-2 for Netherlands. But let's see what we can do in qualifying. Generally, the pace on the softer tires, generally for me, is better than the harder comparative tire, and we are waiting for everyone to set a time, because we just have one set of tires, and I always like to use once, and it is in the closing stages where we have the most rubber on the track, and which we're doing. So we're going to get out of the garage with 13 minutes to go, and let's see if we can snatch pole position. The championship at the moment is pretty solid. At the moment we have a pretty solid lead, but we can't fall asleep because this is Formula 2. Everything can change from 1 second. F1 is unpredictable, but in my opinion F2 is even more. Through the first part of the track, we're going purple, 2 tenths up on the provisional pole position of Nick de Vries in the ART. And things are really looking good for us now in the closing stages of the lap. It's been a very tight lap, a little bit of a banker, but like I said, the pace has been really good in soft tires. The feedback has been really good through the last corner. Hit throttle as early as you can, open the DRS, and we're going to cross the line just now. These cars are so slow, and it is pole position at the moment with a 134.9. So I believe we are the first ones to get in the 44s. But remember that these guys, despite with the one tires, because like I said, we have just one set available for qualifying. Sometimes they get faster, which is not my case, but we'll see what we can do in the second lap. Generally, the second lap is the best one, and then the tires started to go away, and that's pretty much game over. And there is Nicholas Latifi that steals his pole position. That is our championship rival, and yeah, let's see. There was some time left on the table in this lap. As you can see, this part of the track I struggled the most against the AI, because it's so hard to put the throttle. The AI has a 100 times better grip than me, but across the line, and it's not enough to put us in pole position. But on lap 3, on the third lap of qualifying, we are improving, so things it seems that these tires have something to give in this third lap, which it doesn't happen generally. And going through the flat out right-hander, it's easy to go with the F2 cars actually. I thought that I had to lift, but it's not the case. And across the line, and once again we are down by only just not even a tenth of a second, but yeah, it's going to be second place of this qualifying, with me and Latifi being the only ones in the 44s, and we missed the pole position by just 20,000 of a second. How close is that? And the top 3, the podium places, are even not separated by a tenth of a second. So the race is going to be very close, and we'll see what we can do. It's going to be an exciting one because rain is going to be in the equation. So without further ado, let's go to race in Saturday and see if we can get another win at Paul Ricard.
We're here at Castellet, and it looks to be a thrilling event ahead of us. The drivers are making their final preparations, and in a very short time, we'll be starting today's race. Today's drivers need to master the 15 corners of Paul Ricard, 6 left-handers and 9 right, spaced around the 3.6-mile circuit. The longest section is the famous Mistral Straight, which is split into 2 by the colourful chicane Nord, which offers a potential overtaking hotspot. But the drivers there need to take care. Those brightly coloured stripes don't offer much grip and won't be kind to tyres. As we await the start of another hugely anticipated Formula 2 race, I'm joined again by Davide Valsecchi. Davide, as a former GP2 champion, We get some insight to what is running through these young drivers' heads as they sit out on the grid.
Ciao Alex, it's a pleasure to be here. There are nervy moments, there is no doubts about that. Mental strength is the key to remaining calm and focusing on the upcoming race. Formula 2 is so competitive and all of these drivers knows that they are going to be pushing each other all of the way. In this sport, you have to be able to control your nerves.
Here are the starting positions for today's race. Nicholas Latifi lines up on pole position, and it's Mahaveer Raghunathan in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have De Vries, Tete Camara, Louis Delatraz, and Giotto, Aitken, Schumacher, Joe, Jordan King, Galeo, Matsushita, Dorian Boccolacci, and Boschong, Mazepin, Alesi, Hubert, and Callum Ilott. Calderon and Juan Manuel Correa completes the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
So here we are on the track. We're going to start on the hards and then switch to the softs, but we're not going to switch to the softs because, as you can see, we're going to have heavy rain, especially in the closing stage. We're going to have a little bit of light rain, and then the race, we're going to cross a line in heavy rain as things stand. But everyone is starting on the hards. I'm going to do so. I was thinking on the softs, but yeah, it's not a good idea to start on the soft, so everyone going to hard is the smartest choice. But here we go, first race of the weekend, 5 red lights for the French Grand Prix, the feature race. And it's lights out, and away we go, the lights took an edge, but we had a better start than Nicholas Latifi, and here we go, we are already side by side with the Tams. As we're going to turn 1, we pull away a little bit of the freeze, and we're going to try to take the lead around the outside, but Latifi gets a better break, he outbreaks us, and he's in the lead of this French Grand Prix, and the freeze is so close to us, so we have to bear in mind that, but we are in second place at the moment, but Latifi is starting to pull away, as you can see, because he took the better line. But now here we go, this is one of the parts where I struggle the most against the AI. We gain some time in the first sector, and having a little bit of understeer. These our tires are not feeling very good at the moment, and look how Latifi shoots as I'm trying to put the throttle as early as I can, but no use because I struggle a lot in terms of traction against the AI, and Latifi is starting to waltz away in these early stages of the race. The freeze is gaining on us, but at the moment it's not enough. The race is going to be just enabled on lap 3, but Latifi is starting to pull away, but I'm going to try to push and gain the position. As you can see in the chicane, I gained just a little bit of time, but now we have another tank slap out of the chicane as I hit the curb, a little bit caught on the curb. And now as we go through the long right hand is a point of the track where the AI is really slow, I don't know why, and we're going to get so close to Latifi that we're going to make a dive on the inside. And can we take the lead of the race? Yes, we can. We squeeze very aggressively, so much that is now vulnerable to Nick de Vries, and there you go, they are going side by side, and now Latifi is going to have the inside line so close to my gearbox, as you can see in the replay camera, but he remains in second place, and we are in the lead of the race. But it was really hard to see on the whole weekend. You're going to see the AI going really slow in the corner. That is very easy to go flat out in these F2 cars. I was doubting a little bit at the start of the weekend, but it's very easy to go flat out, and that's really hard to see the AI going slow there. But there goes Latifi on the inside. This is for the lead of the race, so close to his side. But this is very good racing against the Canadian. Yes, he is Canadian. I was forgetting his nationality, but he takes the lead once again. But we are in the slipstream, and this is a very weak point to the AI that we're going to make a dive on the inside. Oh, so close to yeah, we touched Latifi, but we managed to save that. I was a little bit too ambitious, and he's going to come back by going round the outside, all the way around the outside. Can he make that move? No, he runs out of room, he runs out of traction, and we remain in the lead. But that was a little bit too that was too dangerous for me. Apologies for that, but yeah, we're going to move on, and Latifi is really close. He's going to open the we don't have the DRS now. It is enabled, and Latifi sets the fastest lap, so he's responding very well. Schumacher, that's shit, everyone setting fastest lap. Boschong, Ilott, as Latifi goes on the inside, and we're going to try to fight back, but we have a little bit of understeer, and Latifi sails past around the outside, and he takes the lead once again. This is a beautiful battle for the first place, but soon the rain is going to start to kick it in, so we have some team radio.
We're expecting some rain soon. Expect the first drops in the next few minutes.
So rain is not very far off the race, but Latifi is starting to pull away as the rain is starting to falling on lap 6, and Latifi is starting to pull away because the AI is OP in these conditions. So I'm begging that the rain starts to fall heavier to switch to the wet tires and maybe have a chance to battle Latifi, because look how much he pulled away, and the lap 7 is definitely time for the wets, not intermediates, because or is slicks or wets in Formula 2, and we're going to dress a brand new set of wet tires. But it's Latifi in the lead, and he's going to, everyone now is going to change to the wet tires, and Jordan King is going to follow us. So unfortunately it's going to be a double stack for basically everyone. The times are going to double stack as well, and Latifi enters and he's going to fit the slicks. As you can see, he's going to fit the hard tires, Latifi, and this is a huge mistake from the team, and we're going to fit the wet tires because that's the smartest things to do. But Latifi is going to fit the hard tires, gets held up, and we are in the lead already. We jump in on the pits, but I don't know if that's a glitch of the AI, but that is the worst thing that you can do in a race scenario where rain is in the equation of the race. Now he had to do a whole lap on the slicks, and basically it offers the race win probably. And this is Jack Aitken on the wet tires. He's overtaking Luca Giotto, that is in the same strategy as Latifi on the slicks, and he's sails passing very easily. Giotto has absolutely no chance. He's understeering absolutely everywhere, and now he's going to lose. I don't know if Latifi is going to finish on the points, because he's going to lose so much time now. Is in lap or out lap, I don't know, because he's going to pit straight away at the end of this lap. And look how much Schumacher on the primer is holding everyone, because everyone behind him are on wets and Schumacher is on the slicks, and thanks to all this dumbness of the AI, Jack Aitken is going to jump into second place. I think it was overtaking Delatras, and there you go. This is a free wide moment, and there is Antoine Hubert. He's going to take the inside line. He's a free wide between the Trident Schumacher and Hubert, and Hubert is going to take third place with a brilliant overtake by Antoine Hubert in his open race. We're going to watch the replay of the Harden. He's going to pass one car, one of the Saubers. I believe he's of Juan Manuel Guerrero. I was forgetting his name. And he's going to thread the needle. As you can see, everyone gets held up by Schumacher, but Hubert doesn't have fear, and he stands the car on the inside, threads the needle, and the reward is going to be P3 at the moment. And as you can see, Latifi is struggling so much. He's understeering everywhere, and Giotto as well, but I believe he's out of the race, because I can tell you that Giotto is out of the race. But you could see how much Latifi was struggling in these tricky conditions, as we were making a move on Lacey when he was trying to get into the pits, and these guys that stayed out was the worst thing that you could do. I think it was the best option was pit, even if you're in a double stack. But we take the lead of this French Grand Prix on lap 9, and now he's just sailing to the end of the race. Basically just bring it home, and the podium is going to be myself as Raghunathan, and then Aitken and Antoine Hubert with a brilliant third place. His pace has not been really brilliant this season, but that overtake really was amazing, and the reward is going to be P3. But for us, we did everything. It was very unfortunate, that mistake from the team of Latifi, but the reward is going to be the win, and we're going to pull away in the championship massively. What a race!
Absolutely fantastic. It's a brilliant result. Well done.
A hard-fought win today then, after a very difficult race. Tell me, Davide, what was the key to this success?
Well, rain can always be counted to add a bit of a chaos into the race, and they really took advantage of that today to secure this win. I mean, conditions like this can always make it a bit of a lottery, but ultimately, they kept the car on the track and they pointing the right way. Not everyone can do that. And that's what got them the win today.
Our drivers are making their way out for the podium celebrations, and it's going to be MP Motorsport picking up the winner's trophy. Congratulations to the entire team for that fantastic performance.
I was really enjoying the battle with Latifi, but that thing was absolutely... Imagine that battle that we could have in the wet, because my pace was very decent and I think I could match Latifi in wet conditions, but that mistake from the team, I believe it's a glitch, because sometimes the AI makes these things where it's raining and then the filter dries on, and yeah, that absolutely ruined the race. But most importantly, we won the race, and Jack Aitken with a gap of 5 seconds. I was cruising around in these last few laps, I just wanted to bring it home, and yeah, fastest lap as well. It was the perfect race, and the battle with Latifi, like I said, it was really unfortunate. And now in the championship we extend our lead, and we are yeah, we are very comfortable at the moment, I'm not gonna lie. And in the team standings we are 47 points ahead of Tam, so everything going in our way today. But remember that we have another race to go, that is going to be the feature race, and in this race we're going to have full wet conditions, so we're going to use the wets the whole race. And yeah, we are preparing for a nice action maybe in this sprint race on Sunday, so we'll see what we can do. I believe my teammate Jordan is starting in 2nd place or so. He's really good on sprint races, my teammate lately, and that's really helped us out in the championship. Yes, it is 2nd place, and in pole position is going to start Nobuharu Matsushita in the Carlin. So can the MP Motorsport take another win, and this time on a sprint race like it happened in Monaco? We'll see in these next 15 laps. 5 red lights for the sprint race, and it's lights out, and away we go in these tricky conditions, very slippery conditions, and the start wasn't very good. We're losing the back end everywhere, full skid, full lock, and we hit the tower of Juan Manuel Correa, and we received the warning, and out of nowhere we are in P13 as a Lazy makes a massive dive bomb. The freeze way down the other, so the strategy, he made maybe the same strategy as Latifi, but we are in P13. This is a disaster as we try to go take the freeze on the inside as well, Correa, and can we make the move? We are still side by side with Latifi. Correa is cleared, and we're going to take the inside, and we take P11 of this race. But that start was absolutely awful, and now we have some work to do if we want to score some good points, because at the moment we are hard out of points, and in the sprint race, remember, only the top 8 score points, which at the moment is Tatiana Calderon, which is pretty impressive to say the least, because Calderon is not the fastest driver by far in real life in this game. But now we are vulnerable to the freeze that is on our slipstream, and can he dive on the inside? Yes, he goes as we go through the chicane, but we managed to defend that, and we are still in P11. And now let's see how the pace is in the wet. It was very decent in these in the stages, in the later stages of the feature race. So let's see how the car behaves in the sprint race, which at the moment is behaving very well through this right-hander as we're trying to take the position of Boschong, which we're doing. So we're going to take the inside line, we're going to squeeze just a little bit, but at the same time we're going to leave as many room as we can, because we don't need to, we don't have to take risks at this stage of the championship, and we are into P10, but we're going to watch the replay. As you can see, the start was very awful. It was super awful, a terrible start, and we look at that. Let's see Correa skidding all the way through the track, and he had an amazing avoid action, so kudos to him. And we're going to press on this sprint race. It wasn't 15 laps like I was saying, it's just 11 laps, so apologies for that, my mistake. But we're doing some inroads, we're making slight gains on the AI, on the Lazy especially, because he's our target at the moment. And we're going to take the inside line, going very slow, these AI cars through the right hand. And I think it is a thing that Cody should patch on the next game. But we're going to press on, and now ahead of us is the points paying position, the last position, Tatiana Calderon on the hardened. At the moment she's scoring points, which is pretty impressive. I can see touching a gearbox on the hardened, and we're going to stick on the outside. Can we pull this through? Because air pace is generally in this championship is not very good, so it can make things easier. He has a little bit of understeer, which it forces to take a little bit of an avoiding action, and we're going to try to make the switch back, but she blocks us off, and he maintains that position. And now we're going to try to take a good exit of this right-hander, but it's very hard against the AI, so we have to wait once again and wait for this right hand. As you can see, we're going to switch on the inside, so close to the wheels of the Harden, but we take P8, and we are in the point of this race, only a lap free, so bad start. P13, in the space of 3 laps we are already on the points. that's pretty good from my point of view. And this is for the lead of the race. There he goes, it's Jordan King taking the lead of the race over Nobuharu Matsushita, and he takes the lead of the race as they go through the chicane. Jordan is on the lead, and there's Aitken that is going to take the inside of Delatras, not just a Delatras, over Jordan King as well, and he takes the lead out of nowhere. He takes the lead of the sprint race, and this is why, because Jordan ran wide in a mistake. I don't know if he ran wide, but he gave away the lead to Aitken, so yeah, that's a pity to see that mistake. And in P7 we are at the moment, because I believe that Antoine Hubert is out of the race. He had an engine failure, and that allows to Calderon to be on the points once again. So, and the F2 gods are on the side today, and we're trying to get a better exit against Matsushita. That is with some issues. As you can see, he was previously in 3rd place, now he's already in P6, so definitely some issues with his calling, and we're going all the way around the outside. He's still there, so he's showing some resistance, so despite the issues that he's having, and we take P6, so we're making very good inroads in this race on lap 5. We're in the halfway of the race, but Matsushita, his race is going from bad to worse after losing the lead 2 places in 1 chicane, and now he is really struggling at the moment. And we're watching the replay of my beautiful overtake around the outside. It was really smooth. As you can see, you have to be smooth in the wet, otherwise you're going to spin out the car probably. But yeah, hitting the curbs, not maybe the smartest things to do when you're driving in the wet, but I think you can get away a little bit in this game by mounting the curbs on the wet, which doesn't happen very often in real life, because curbs on the wet are basically soap. But on lap 8 we're trying to chase down Jack Aitken on the Campos, that has a poor exit, but we have so as we lose the back end in 4th gear, so the conditions are really poor at the moment. But he's expected light rain at in the next 10 minutes, but yeah, we adjust with 3 laps to go, and we hit the gearbox of Aitken, and we lost a bit of our front wing, so that was 100% my fault. He was trying to defend his position, he parked a little bit the car, which is perfectly normal, and yeah, should have been a little bit more careful. But yeah, and that's the race. Dorian Boccolacci wins the race, and I tried to take the position over Aitken in the last minute, but yeah, Boccolacci out of nowhere wins its own race. But for us, it's going to be P6 in a very nice comeback drive.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Brilliant stuff from Campos today. What a superb victory. Davide, what do you think made the difference here?
Although the Formula 2 cars are all the same spec, the winner just looked better out there. It would have been a combination of getting those tires up to running temperature faster and driving to the condition on track. They made it look easy out there today.
It's time to present the top drivers with their trophies for today's race, and there are a lot of people in the paddock very happy with this result. It's Campos on the top step.
A very enjoyable race, this sprint race, and Latifi in P13 after starting in P14, so we gained even more points on him, despite being just for yeah, I could have finished in P4 at least, if it wasn't that start. I don't know, but you never know what can happen in these races. But I'm really happy. I really enjoy to make these overtakes, and yeah, we are the best one in terms of overall this weekend, and we're going to extend our lead, our championship lead massively, because Latifi didn't score any points just on qualifying those 4 points. So guys, once again, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to smash like and subscribe to see plenty more Formula 1 and Formula 2 content. I'm going to try to be more consistent with this championship, and there you go, 49 points ahead. It's not of Latifi anymore. It's going to be of Louis Delatras. So can I have a battle with Delatras? Probably not, but I really want to have a close battle once we get to Abu Dhabi. But at the moment, things are really smooth for us. We have a very comfortable championship lead as well for the team standings. So yeah, now maybe I'm not going to take any risk. I'm going to be more cleaner, because we are in a phase of the championship, in a position in the championship where we can be a little bit more careful. But guys, once again, that has been the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys for a brand new video next time, but for now, it's goodbye.